Okay, in assignment 28, we're going to talk a little bit about credit cards and what you need to know about credit cards and how to use them. Obviously, the benefits of carrying credit cards means that you don't have to carry large sums of cash. It could help you or hurt your credit rating depending on how responsible you are. So if you're very responsible, it could help your credit rating that we talked about before. There are some rewards programs such as frequent flyer miles, or Discover offers a cashback bonus or points towards purchases. You also get a written record of all your transactions. So if you want to have an up-to-date record keeping method, this would be one you could use as well. So there's a lot to know about credit cards, so you'll need to read through this and find all the vocabulary words. A charge card, revolving credit, debit cards. I think some of you guys have debit cards. The Electronic Funds Transfer Act, things like that. Truth in Lending Act. You'll need to read through this and find the definitions of those and make note of those. So let's talk about some different situations here. Frank lost his credit card in a local mall. He notified his creditor before the card was used. So he lost his credit card, and before anybody found it and used it, he notified his credit card company. Later in the day, someone found the card and charged $700 worth of hockey equipment. How much is Frank responsible for paying? The Truth in Lending Act, one of those terms that I mentioned, protects customers if they lose their card. And because he reported the card lost before it was used, he is not responsible for any of those charges. He's responsible for $0 because it was reported before it was lost. It was reported lost before it was used. So here, Carrie's credit card was stolen. She didn't realize it for days. So a few days went by, she didn't realize it was stolen, at which point she notified her credit card company, the creditor. During that time, someone charged $2,000. This was before she notified her credit card company, but after it was stolen. The Truth in Lending Act will still protect her, but not for the full amount. Because she notified her creditor after it was used, she is still responsible for $50, but only $50 out of that $2,000. So you can see there's some benefits of having credit cards. You know, if you have cash and you lose the cash, you're not getting any of it back. But if you lose your credit card or get it stolen, then your liability is limited. You might not be responsible for anything, and you might be responsible for just up to $50. So credit card companies issue a monthly statement. So every month you get a statement. The annual percentage rate must be converted to a monthly percentage rate. Okay, so on the statement, you're going to see your APR, or annual percentage rate. If your annual percentage rate is 21.6, what's the monthly interest rate? Well, that's easy. You just divide that by 12. So 21.6 divided by 12 is 1.8%. So the monthly APR is 1.8%. This is the percent that will be used to compute the monthly finance charge, the interest that you pay. Okay. Now, the interest that you pay is based on your average daily balance. It's the average of the amounts you owed each day in the billing period. So if your credit card statement runs for 30 days, then your average daily balance will be the average of the amounts you owed during those 30 days. Okay? So your balance goes up as you use your card, or as you make payments, or as you get credits to your account. Rebecca did not pay her last month's credit card bill in full. Below is a list of Rebecca's daily balances for her last billing cycle. For the first 7 days, she owed this much. Then it looks like she charged something. For 3 days, she owed this much. Then for 6 days, she owed that much, so it looks like it went down, so she got a credit or made a payment or something. For 9 days, she owed this much, and then for 5 days, she owed that much. Rebecca's average daily balance can be found by adding these up. There are 5 numbers here, and simply dividing by 5. Okay. The average daily balance is an arithmetic average, or an arithmetic average. Okay, it's the mean. Add them all up, divide by 5. So there were, I'm sorry, not divide by 5, my bad. Divide by 30. the number of days in the billing cycle. So you would add all of these numbers up, okay? So it says for 7 days, she owed this much. So please note, 31.92. 7 days, she owed that much. So for the first 7 days, every day she owed $456.11 for day 1, $456.11 for day 2, $456.11 for day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. For those 7 days, okay, that was the total for the 7 days, $31.92. For 3 days, she owed this. So you multiply those together to get that total for 3 days. For 6 days, she owed $990.08, multiply that times 6. For 9 days, she owed this, multiply that times 9. For 5 days, she owed that, multiply that times 5. These are her daily balances in total for 30 days. So if you divide that by 30, you get her average daily balance. So 43,248 divided by 30. So her average daily balance was $1,441.60. And if you look at the numbers, that kind of makes sense. The average daily balance. Some days it was lower than that. Some days it was higher than that. But this is the method that we use to find that. How many days at whatever that balance was. Multiply them together, then add them all up. Okay. Finance charges are not charged if in the previous month the revolving credit balance was paid in full. If you pay your card in full every month, you'll never get a finance charge. So Rebecca, same Rebecca, this one right here, who had an average daily balance of $1,441, okay, pays a finance charge on her average daily balance of $1,441.60. Her APR is 18%. Her annual percentage rate is 18%. What is her finance charge for this billing cycle this month? This is only for 1 month. Finance charges are computed monthly, so that 18% annually must be divided by 12 to get her monthly percentage rate of 1.5%. So 18 divided by 12 is 1.5%. Okay. We'll convert that to a decimal and multiply this times her average daily balance. 0.015 times her average daily balance would be $21.62. That's the amount of her finance charge. Okay. Find the average daily balance. Find the average daily rate. Multiply those together. That gives you the finance charge. Okay, that is assignment 28.